school all right today?
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, it's all right. So my presentation is going to be called Teenage Stream, and it is about healthy relationships. My name is Ariana Vaca, and I am in the bachelor's program at ASU for a degree in social work. So I just wanted to let you guys know that this presentation is for my class. It's going to be recorded, but you guys won't be in it. The camera's right over here. So it's just going to be me presenting. And the only person that's going to see this video is myself and my ASU professor. So no one else will see the video except me and my professor. So, who am I? My name is Ariana. I'm a sophomore at ASU, and I'm also a Western alumni. So I have worked at Western for almost 2 years, and I graduated class of 23. So I'm going to be speaking to you guys about healthy relationships as a part of my class project, but also because I want you guys to leave my presentation feeling really comfortable and confident about the types of relationships that you have in your life. So my why. Talking to you guys about healthy relationships is a very important topic to me because I wish someone had talked to me when I was in high school about healthy relationships, and I wish that we had peer solutions available to us. And we didn't really learn about healthy relationships or consent or red or green flags up until my sophomore year, and I think it's an important topic to learn at a way younger age. So my hope is that you will all learn how to spot an unhealthy relationship and share this info with your peers, which you guys have already been doing a great job at this entire year. So, a personal story. When I was a freshman in high school, I had a friend, and she started dating her boyfriend, and we were all really excited for her because she was the first person in our friend group, to get a boyfriend. We all thought it was really cool. They were super in love, and we let our friend have her space because it was a brand new relationship, and they were really happy together. So after a month or two, she kind of stopped talking to us. She wouldn't really answer our text messages or want to hang out with us. She actually stopped eating lunch with us and only ate lunch with her boyfriend and only talked to him during passing periods. And she basically abandoned her friendship with us. She became very codependent on him, and she relied on him for her own happiness and only wanted to always be around him. And it was so unhealthy for her to become so dependent on him, and her boyfriend was enabling it by not really encouraging her to be with her friends or letting her have her own identity anymore. So today we're going to talk about what a healthy relationship looks like, what an unhealthy relationship looks like, what an abusive relationship looks like, and red and green flags in a relationship. And then we're going to be able to identify the types of relationships above. So, a healthy relationship. A healthy relationship in this presentation is going to be defined as a romantic relationship between two people that is built on a few characteristics such as honesty, trust, respect, open communication, shared effort, and compromise. A healthy relationship should make each partner feel loved, respected, and supported. There's going to be no imbalance of power between partners, and partners are going to have separate identities. And then this quote up here says, "I water you, you water me, we grow together." Now, an unhealthy relationship in this presentation is also going to be a romantic relationship. So it's between two people that consist of controlling and possessive demands from one partner to the other, negative accusations, codependency, which means relying on your partner and for your own mental and emotional well-being, and then an unhealthy relationship can result in symptoms such as anxiousness, guilt, and confusion. So, quick example. When I say negative accusations, that's going to be cheating or lying. So, moving on to an abusive relationship, it's also going to be defined as a romantic relationship in this presentation. It's between two people where one or both partners abuse the other. abuse includes physical, sexual, emotional, and mental. Characteristics of being in an abusive relationship include fear, feelings of manipulation, self-doubt, physical pain, depression, name-calling, and diminished confidence and self-esteem. So we are now going to move on to the 3 different types of abuse that we just listed. So physical abuse. Does anyone want to provide an example of physical abuse? And then you guys can just talk out loud. Yep.
Hitting.
Hitting? Mm-hmm. Does anyone else want to share? Okay, so physical abuse includes punching, biting, pushing or shoving, slapping, throwing objects, or objects being thrown at your partner. So an example of physical abuse may be blocking the door or preventing your partner from leaving when in a shared space. So your partner can either block the door with their hands or physically restrain you from leaving a shared space. Emotional and mental abuse. Does anyone want to give me an example of emotional or mental abuse? Yep.
An example could be when, let's say, I guess you're going out somewhere and then your partner like makes you feel bad, so they don't end up going out and then you stay with them.
That's a great example. Yep.
Like they hurt you in a way, like if you love something like a hobby or something else, they'll like find a way to keep you away from that, like friends or family or anything.
Yeah, that is a great example. So emotional and mental abuse includes name calling, shaming, constant criticism, minimizing your feelings, extreme feelings of jealousy, and withholding affection or attention. So an example of emotional abuse is your partner calling you stupid or an idiot for not knowing how to do something, or telling you to shut up when you are telling them how you feel or talking about something that you like. Now, sexual abuse includes coerced, non-consensual, or unwanted physical touch, such as kissing, hugging, touching, or grabbing for sexual intercourse. So, a quick example of sexual abuse is if your partner asks you for a kiss on the mouth and you tell them no. And then they ask you again, over and over and over, and you still say no, and they keep asking you until you say yes. So this is an example of forced, unwanted physical touch and coercion. Moving on to green flags, which are positive signs that you are in a healthy relationship. So green flags will include comfortable discussing feelings, respecting personal and physical boundaries such as consent. You are able to sustain a friendship and relationship with other people besides your partner. And your partner won't rely on you and you alone for their own emotional well-being or happiness. And you guys will be able to resolve conflict or disagreements in a healthy manner, such as communication, taking a moment to collect your thoughts, and always addressing the issue and not the person. So an example of addressing the issue and not the person is using I versus we statements. For example, if you were to tell your partner, I don't like it when you always want to display PDA in front of your family, versus can we not display so much PDA in front of your family because it makes me feel uncomfortable. So red flags are the opposite. Red flags are signs that you are in an unhealthy relationship or moving towards an abusive relationship. So red flags can include escalating controlling behavior, the inability to resolve conflict healthily, love bombing, constant jealousy, and codependency. So escalating controlling behavior is not always rude and direct. For example, rude and direct would be, you're not gonna talk to that person, you're not allowed to Snapchat that person, you can't text that person, versus, can you please not wear so much makeup because I like your natural face? Or how about you just skip practice this day and hang out with me instead? And not being able to resolve conflict is when your partner is giving you the silent treatment or wants to remain in an angry mood versus talking about things. And sometimes it's going to be that your partner needs just a moment to, you know, catch their breath, think about what they want to say, talk about their feelings. But if they refuse to talk about that, that's not open communication. And then love bombing is when there is an extreme amount of affection and attention in the first stages of dating. So let's say you and your partner have been dating for 1 week, and your partner is telling you that they love you, you're the most important person in their life. In that 1 week, they have bought you excessive gifts, and they're just overpowering the words and making you feel super, super loved that first week. So now we're going to be able to identify relationships in these scenarios. So this is a quick activity, so I'm going to read aloud the scenarios on the next slides and on the posters, and then you guys will decide whether you think this is a healthy, unhealthy, or abusive relationship. And then you're gonna hold up your sticky note and I will stick it onto the poster. And then if you're not sure, it's okay. So I'm gonna pass around these sticky notes. You guys can just take one, pass it down. You wanna start, Maggie?
Yeah.
Thank you. So on the blue sticky note, it will say healthy. On the pink sticky note, it'll say unhealthy. The purple sticky note will say abusive, and the yellow sticky note will mean that you are unsure.
So what are we gonna do?
I'm gonna read the next scenarios. And then once I read the scenario, you're gonna decide which type of relationship you think it is by holding up the sticky note. Okay, so scenario number 1. Paul and Samantha are seniors in high school. They have been dating for 6 months and have occasional disagreements like what restaurant they should go to. Senior ditch day is tomorrow and their senior class is going to the beach. Samantha is super excited for a beach day with her friends and is planning to twin with her bestie and wear matching bikinis. Paul picks Samantha up from her house on their senior ditch day and she is wearing her bikini top and jean shorts. Paul immediately tells Samantha that she is not allowed to wear a bikini to the beach because it is too revealing and tells her to go back inside and change into a shirt and shorts. Samantha is shocked that Paul is telling her that she cannot wear her bathing suit to the beach. Paul asks Samantha why she is seeking attention from other boys in her class for wanting to wear such a revealing bathing suit. Samantha feels sad, shocked, and guilty for wearing a bikini to the beach and now goes back inside to change. When Samantha returns to the car, Paul tells her that she looks great covered up and to not let this happen again. So here are some key points for scenario 1. They're seniors in high school. They've been dating for 6 months. There is controlling behavior, accusations, guilt tripping, and the partner feels shocked, sad, and guilty. So you guys can hold up which scenario you guys think that this is. Okay? And then I'm gonna go and collect them and then post them on the edges?
Yeah.
Yep. So for scenario number 1, Paul and Samantha are in an unhealthy relationship. So they're in an unhealthy relationship because there are negative accusations, feeling of guilt or shame, and controlling demands. Moving on to scenario number 2. Harper and Tatum recently started dating and love hanging out at the movies or getting boba. Harper was just invited to a friend's 21st birthday and wants Tatum to go with them. Tatum has social anxiety and does not enjoy large gatherings. Tatum tells Harper that they are going to pass on this party, but that Harper should still go to the party and have fun. Harper asks Tatum a few days before the party if they are sure they do not want to go with them to the party. Tatum says no again, and Harper doesn't ask again. Harper goes to the party, enjoys their time, and calls Tatum when they get home to wish them a good night. And then I'm going to move on. Scenario number 2. Harper and Tatum, they are over 21 years old. Boundaries, they have support. Outside relationships, so friends. There is inclusiveness, and the partners feel respected, trusted, and included. So you guys can hold up what type of relationship that you think this is. Okay, thank you. So Harper and Tatum are in a healthy relationship. They are in a healthy relationship because there are boundaries being respected, there is no guilt trip, and they are supportive of separate identities. And then moving on to our last scenario. Alexis and Jordan are freshmen in college. Alexis gets really angry when Jordan hangs out with her friends. Alexis always makes Jordan feel really bad when she wants to hang out with her friends, constantly checks her location, and doesn't let her do her makeup. They also yell at Jordan when they feel like it and wants Jordan to be back in her dorm by 9 p.m. every day. Jordan feels stuck in their relationship with Alexis and is scared to tell her mom about the way Alexis treats her. Jordan is afraid to ask Alexis to not yell at her or have any restorative conversations because Alexis tends to get aggressive and in the past has thrown Jordan's personal belongings around her dorm room and has snatched her phone away from her hands. So, scenario number 3. So, Alexis and Jordan are freshmen in college. There is anger, jealousy, excessive controlling, yelling, physical abuse, and the partner feels afraid, controlled, and stuck. So if you guys want to put up your Post-its. Okay, so Alexis and Jordan are in an abusive relationship. So they are in an abusive relationship because there is manipulation, little or no communication, physical violence, excessive controlling, and the partner is afraid in their relationship. And you guys may have noticed that there are different grade levels. So we have freshmen in college, seniors in high school, and people 21 and over, because that just means that there can be healthy, unhealthy, and abusive relationships at any age. So, what did we just learn? We learned about 3 types of relationships, and in this presentation, they were all romantic. We learned healthy, unhealthy, and abusive relationships. We learned that healthy relationships should make you feel comfortable, loved, and respected, and unhealthy relationships can make you feel anxious, confused, and drained. And abusive relationships can make you feel afraid, depressed, and manipulated. Green flags in a relationship include but are not limited to open communication and separate identities, whereas red flags are the opposite, such as little to no communication and codependency. So, many of us know people or have been in a unhealthy or abusive relationship, and there's no shame about it. This is why we are talking about it and why it is so important to reduce the stigma. We know how important it is to talk about it, and that's why we're going to keep talking about it. If you or a friend know someone who is in an unhealthy or abusive relationship, there are so many people here on campus that you can talk to, myself included. So if you would like to talk to me, don't hesitate to reach out. I have my email up here, avaca@wsst.school, and I'm here on campus in person from Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And if talking to someone else like Ms. Dempster or Mr. C feels more comfortable for you, that is also a-okay. We are all here to reduce the stigma and talk about these important issues. And then here are some of my sources where I got a lot of the information if you guys were interested. And I just want to thank you, Peer Solutions, Mr. C, and Ms. Dempster for allowing me to share your space with you guys. And I think you guys are doing a great job spreading information about these important topics around school, and I hope you guys keep it up.
Thank you, Ariana.
Thank you guys.
Thank you, Ariana.